In this video, I'm giving you the top 3 exercises that you should be doing for each muscle group. These are the exercises that I do every single time that I train these muscles. They are the most important for mass and for growth, so stick around, here we go. Stick around, here we go. Why did that sound so stupid to me? Anyways, what's up? It's Cole Hastings. If you are new to my channel, if you're into vegan fitness or personal development, then consider subscribing. And throughout this video, I'm going to be taking snippets from other people because I'm not going to go into my gym and perform all of these right now. It's my rest day. I just don't want to do that. So I hope you enjoy the clips of each of these exercises by some of the people. I will leave a link in the description to all of these videos and their channels below. So I'm going to try to go in a certain order here. We're going to start with the legs, and we're going to work our way up to the abs, then the chest, and then the shoulders, biceps, triceps, and back. Because I don't know, that just made sense to me. So let's start off with legs. The first leg exercise that I suggest you always do are squats. Now, this is pretty obvious, and I'm sure you were expecting this, but you definitely don't need to do squats to get big legs. I just recommend them because they are such an amazing compound lift. They are working out so many different muscles in your body, and you want to be going for compound lifts if you are trying to build mass as a natural bodybuilder. You want to primarily be focused on 80% compound lifts and then 20% isolation exercises. So you're going to see throughout this video that the majority of these exercises are compound lifts. Squats are a very dynamic movement, and they allow you to improve your athletic performance through them. Like if you want to get better at jumping, like box jumps, if you want to get faster, if you want to have your legs be stronger, squats are amazing for that, and they are amazing for bodybuilding too. So you can just do a regular squat, or if you're trying to work more of your abs or your shoulders in, you can also do front squats. Okay, the second exercise I recommend everybody does for legs are lunges, because they work pretty much your whole leg again, but these are really quad focused, I find. When you do these lunges in something like an assisted machine, they work wonders for your quads. I've been doing them a lot because the main focus of mine right now is quads, and it's really helped a bunch. There are a couple ways you can do this. I prefer the barbell one actually, but the dumbbell one can really help with stabilization issues that you have. If you have any imbalances, they will really bring imbalances out to the surface, because if you go down on one leg and it's a little wobblier than the other leg, if that's even a word, then you're gonna know that one leg is stronger than the other, and you can train them each separately to fix that imbalance. And then the third one that I suggest everyone do are the Bulgarian split squats. If you've ever done these, you know they hurt like a bitch. They are insanely hard. You can do them either on a bench or on an assisted machine like I like to do, also called the Smith machine. And there's really no other exercise out there that's gonna give you that much of a burn in your legs for the amount of reps that you can do. And so because of that, because it burns so much, it's gonna be the exercise that really challenges you the most. And what challenges you the most is usually the thing that's gonna make you grow the most.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
I know that's really cliche, but it's true even with bodybuilding exercises. And again, it's working out multiple parts of your leg, and they're good for your calves too. I do suggest you guys do direct calf work, but again, this is only my top 3 exercises for each muscle group. If you want to get more in-depth workout videos, I do have those on my channel. You can click on the top right hand of this video to check those out. Okay, let's do the abs. The first one that I suggest you do are hanging leg raises. I love these so much because one, they're super difficult. Even for someone like me, I would consider my abs a genetic strong point. I still have trouble doing even like 10 reps of these, and it gives you one of the best stretches at the bottom of your abs. So when you're just hanging, dangling in the air, your abs are fully stretched, fully elongated, and then when you bring them up, it's that full contraction. And no other ab exercise, like if you're sitting on the ground just laying on your back and doing crunches, your abs aren't really gonna get that really elongated position that you want to get the best type of range of motion. And also, it's probably the best exercise for your lower abs, because if you're doing a bottom up movement, that's always gonna work your lower abs. Second one on my list that I honestly don't do very often, but I find amazing, are ab rollers. Oh, I just like burped in the middle of that sentence, sorry. So a lot of why I love ab rollers are the same reason why I love hanging leg raises, because how difficult you can make them. And that's such a totally unique way to train your abs. And you can get crazy with this because I always recommend rotation in your ab routines to develop those obliques so you can like start to rotate while you're doing these ab rollers. That'll be even harder and even better for your abs. And then number 3 are a bunch of type of plank variations. Planks work your whole core when you're doing them. They also work other parts of your body, so it is like a compound type of movement. But I don't like regular static planks, so I usually do stuff that I learned from Athlete X, which is stuff like twisting pistons, which has you doing an explosive movement while you're in sort of a plank position, or drunken mountain climbers, which is like mountain climbers, but you are rotating and you're bringing your knee to the other side of your body. So I suggest any type of plank movement, a movement where you are holding yourself up with your core, but with a little bit of rotation in there for some added difficulty and better range of motion. Okay, chest, we're starting off with the bench press. Of course, I recommend both dumbbell and barbell. It really depends on what you're trying to do. For the best overload on your muscles, you want to be doing the barbell bench press. And this is because there's no other chest exercise out there that's a compound lift and that's going to give you that much weight on your chest. You can't do that same type of weight with dumbbells. It's just not possible. That is the best if you want to get the most weight on your muscle, but if you want the best range of motion, then you should be doing dumbbells. So I always suggest doing the two and doing different variations of them, like decline and incline. With dumbbells, you can bring it as far down as possible, which gives you a nice stretch that'll work the outside of your chest, and then bring it up. And you can't do this with a barbell. You can't bring it to the middle, so that's going to work your inner chest too, so it'll give you the full chest development, even though I still don't have a good chest at all. Then we got dips, and this is one that's going to be repeated. A couple of them are repeated throughout the different muscle groups. I love dips because they are a compound movement. It's really all you need for your chest and triceps, almost. I say almost. And it's something I really like to use because I am having trouble growing my lower chest, and it really works your lower chest. And to hit more of your chest in this exercise, because we are focusing on chest right now, you lean forward slightly a little bit, and that'll take some of the pressure off of your triceps. Then the third and last chest movement I suggest you do are just different push-up variations. So you can do like close grip push-ups to hit more of your inner chest. You can do really wide to hit that outer part of your chest. Doing weighted push-ups with like plates on your back, or like Spider-Man push-ups. I suggest doing a bunch of different types of variations, or decline and incline to hit the upper and lower chest. Push-ups are incredible for your body, for your posture, for developing your abs. It works out your core, it works out your legs because you have to keep them nice and straight. You got to squeeze your quads together while you're doing it, and your glutes while you're supposed to. I hope you guys start doing that, and that is why it is so important to do these. Now we got the boulder shoulders, probably, well, you can't see it obviously, probably one of my genetic strong points as well.
Cool.
The first one I suggest you guys do is the 3D standing shoulder press. So it's basically just a standing shoulder press with a barbell. You're going above your head and then behind your back, and then alternating, like pushing it up in front of you, then pushing it up behind you. So that's hitting your front delts, your rear delts, and it's a compound movement too. It's working your core because you got to keep yourself stabilized while you're doing this movement, and it's also working your triceps. So if you haven't done a 3D version of this yet, definitely try that out. The second one I recommend are dumbbell lateral shoulder raise variations. I'm going to leave a link to some videos in the description where these two I find are just incredible for building the sides of your shoulders, the side delts. And these videos are having you incorporate both heavy and light weights. You want to do more weight than you're used to and kind of hoist it up there and fight the way down, and then also super light weights, doing as best form as possible. I always recommend switching between those two types of movements when you're trying to do your exercises because they're working different muscle fibers, and it's going to give you the best developed shoulder. Then the last one is going to be the rear delt flies. You have to be training your rear delts, at least for 90% of people, at least 2 different workouts. So I do it with the same day I train shoulders as well as the same day I train back, which are 2 different days. And flies are the staple for me. There's tons of ways to do this. You can use stuff like plates, you can use stuff like dumbbells, but I always suggest a movement like this. Instead of doing flies just like this, where your arm is at an angle like this, you want to move your knuckles so they are facing out in front of you, and then just pull in like this, like you are pulling back. And that is, you'll really feel that in your rear delts. All right, here we go with triceps. And the first one I recommend, again, is dips. This time, don't lean forward while you're doing them if you're trying to hit your triceps the most. I just love this exercise because it's also working on my genetic weak point, which is my chest. And it's also the best movement that you can load the most amount of weight on for your triceps. Second one I recommend is bodyweight tricep extensions. I love these so much because I sometimes just like to use my body weight when I do workouts. I find that really fun and challenging to do. And if you are someone who doesn't have access to a gym, this is perfect for you. It's insane for working the long head of your tricep. It's gonna make your tricep look bigger because it's working the biggest muscle of the tricep. And then the last one is close grip push-ups. There's different variations you can do, just a close grip. You can do a diamond push-up or you can do a cobra push-up. I like these because again, it's a compound movement. It's working out more than just my triceps and it's really for building mass. Next, we got the big biceps, which mine are pretty average actually, but the first exercise I like to do are eccentric barbell curls. Now, let me explain this. The eccentric part of the movement is the way down. So eccentric overload is when you use more weight than you usually do. You load it up very high, and then you kind of hoist it up with pretty bad form and fight the way down. This is a whole different type of contraction that your muscles are not going to be used to, and also you're using more weight than you're not used to, so you're getting used to heavier weight. So that is a great mass builder for your triceps. I meant biceps, fuck. Second one, we got chin-ups. Yeah, chin-ups, which are a back exercise too, but they are so good for your biceps because the fact that they're a compound movement and the fact that they are getting worked a lot in this movement. If you think of the motion, it's essentially a curling motion where you have to use your biceps a lot to get yourself up to the top of the bar. And then the third one is incline dumbbell curls. And I love this one because it works your peak head of your bicep. Any bicep exercise that's gonna have your arms behind your body, like an incline bench puts you in, is going to work more of the peak of your bicep. And with all three of those, you're working all of the different parts of your biceps. So that is perfect. Next, we got forearms. I bet you didn't think forearms were gonna be in here, but they are. And the first one I recommend for forearms are deadlifts. Deadlifts, man. I can't speak better about deadlifts. They are fucking amazing. They are just one of my favorite exercises to do. They make you feel amazing too because you're lifting some heavy ass weight. And the reason why it works your forearms so much, well, just think about how much weight you're grabbing. Like, it's gonna work your forearms a lot. Next up, we have another repeat, pull-ups or chin-ups. When you're doing these types of exercises, you have to keep yourself up on the bar, and that is just working your forearms so much. And then the last one, if you're ever doing these, hammer curls. Hammer curls are when your hand is in this position while you're doing dumbbell curls. And because your hand's in this position, it's gonna work your forearms more. Whenever you have your hand in a position like this instead of this, it's more forearm work than it is bicep work. Finally, we have our back, and the first one, I bet you can guess, is deadlifts. Deadlifts work your entire back, and it's the only exercise that I've found that really has developed my lower back to the fullest it can possibly be. My back, again, is one of my strong points, but my lower back was lacking before I did deadlifts, and deadlifts just make all of your other lifts stronger because of how many muscles that the deadlifts are working. Next up is the only one that has 2 repeats, and that is pull-ups or chin-ups. Why do I keep doing that? So fun fact about chin-ups, they actually work a bit of your chest as well. If you keep your arms as close together as possible, it'll actually work out your chest a little bit too. So chin-ups and pull-ups are just working out so much of your body, which is why I love them. It's gonna give you that full back development too. Then the last one for back is a dumbbell row or any really type of rowing motion. You can do a bent over row with a barbell as well. That works just as well, but rows really give you that back thickness, whereas pull-ups and chin-ups I find are more for your back width, and then you want to do a row movement for more of back thickness. So I always have like vertical movements, which are deadlift, which are pull-ups, and then always get a horizontal movement in there as well, which is more like a row. And I have an extra one here for you guys, which is rear delt flies. Again, I'm just reinforcing the fact that you should be training your rear delts whenever you do your back and whenever you do your shoulders. Do that, get those full capped shoulders. If you learned something in this video, leave a like for me, helps out my channel a lot. Thank you for watching. See you guys soon. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Love ya. Bye.